My name's Shaquille Harvey.
I'm Gemma Williams.
I'm Jason Charles.
My name is Sophie.
RISE is a whole lot of different things. RISE is about battling racial trauma, speaking to ethnic minority groups about culture, teaching them about different cultures and understanding diversity and equality.
So Jason and I were aware that GIPSIL got funding to do the project, and we thought it would be absolutely great for it to be delivered in a further education college based on the diversity of the students that we have here. So we reached out to GIPSIL and we had a meeting around the funding and developing the partnership, and kind of gave them a real good understanding of what we are seeing at the college, the types of students, and why we think this project would work really well.
I think firstly just the confidence to have open discussions with perhaps people that they're unfamiliar with. It was students from a range of classes, a range of levels, a range of different English ability, from beginners up to GCSE students. A lot of the discussions they had were maybe not things that they would normally be talking about, so seeing the openness to that and the ability to have those discussions and be respectful of one another and supportive as well.
So I think why RISE was so important and why we wanted to get on board was reviewing our own wellbeing service within college. We saw that young black males were underrepresented within our service, accessing our service. So we wanted to kind of have an offer for young black males. So when we heard about the Rise Up program, we thought it would be a great initiative, a great wellbeing offer to invite young black males into the conversation, do an important piece of work, diversify our offer, and broaden our wellbeing offer.
Rising means fighting for equality, yes.
It means that we get to be proud of who you are and confident in yourself.
For me, it's like to a next level, like improvement as a person, as a human being. Yeah.
It makes me understand the difference between different cultures, because you know Africa is pretty vast, so like you understand different culture and stuff.
It also makes you understand where you come from and how you deal with things.
It makes me understand my culture. Is like my colleague says, you know, just because we're from Africa doesn't mean we're from, you know, we both share the same culture or background. So it makes me understand, like, you know, to see like how other people live in their country and stuff.
Well, we come into obviously schools and colleges to speak to boys about sometimes difficult topics where some people shy away from them, such as obviously racism. Have you ever felt racism? Has anybody been racist to you, or do you understand, or can you point that out? As well as sometimes we do speak about the negatives, but we do still bring the positive attributes into it and then celebrate their culture, what it is to be black and how they feel about being black, being a black person or a young black male.
Yeah, so the impact for me is just the wider college buy-in to the programme. So we're here today at North Street. North Street have been fantastic at seeing the need for the programme, believing into the programme, and we've rolled it out here with their students. Over 12 weeks, it's been amazing, from retention, engagement, to just students mixing, getting to know other people, different cultures. Again, got staff involved, guest speakers. So the impact has been it's priceless experience for the young people, even for myself, to seeing the programme happen, and for the staff here, it's been a really good success and had amazing impact for the students.
Also the community that it's developed, like I mentioned, they're not students that might mix, they're all different classes, and we've seen new friendships formed as well. so yeah, that sense of belonging and inclusion as well.
My guy Uber, right here, actually, he said to me one time, we were speaking about influential figures, and he said to me, I find that looking at you, you could be someone that I could look up to.
The impact for the student wellbeing strategy, you know, we really wanted to make sure that we were having services for all of our students. So it really fits into our whole college approach of how we're addressing mental health and wellbeing, and making sure our services that we offer are creative, culturally aware, and we're addressing it in different ways. So from a bigger impact on our approach and our inclusiveness, our sense of belonging, equality, diversity, inclusion, it really is around that bigger impact on our values and who we are as an organisation as well.
Positive, like excited most of the time.
Confident and sure.
I feel amazing coming to the group because it gives me the chance to get to know the people in my college. Because like at first, beginning of the year, I never spoke to these guys, but coming to the group gave me the chance to speak to them. So we basically are about friends.
One of the highlights for me was attending the celebration event, where I was able to see the young people, have a little chat with them, and also get some lovely Caribbean food as well.
So I think for myself, I've got two main highlights. The first one is just, like I said, the buy-in from North Street and the uptake, and how they brought into the program, how they brought into the wellbeing service and what we're trying to achieve, and they've really picked it up and ran with it. So a big shout out and thank you to North Street. But my second highlight is I was lucky enough to attend some of the sessions and just seeing how GIPSIL operate, the program that they delivered. In particularly, they done a session around your heroes, your icons, and looking into their cultures, and young people and students explored, you know, people from their countries, and it was just lovely to see. And again, I learned so much in that session, people that I've never even heard of before that they were bringing to the table, and just seeing how the students interacted with one another, things that they shared. It was just a really beautiful session. So again, thank you to GIPSIL for bringing this to the college.
Yeah, thank you. We really appreciate it.
It supports our work really and truly. It's to reach our wider audience, so then we can obviously go to different schools, different colleges, to then obviously do this kind of workshop with all the rest of the boys.
So yeah, I've got two. One, a session where we were talking about role models, and one of the students said that one of the project leaders was their role model. They said they aspired to be like him. They felt like he was a trustworthy person, and that in just a short time they developed a good working relationship with the worker from GIPSIL. Second was the celebration event, where a student who has had a fairly difficult time this year was the first to get up on the dance floor and kind of got everyone going, and seeing how happy they were in that environment was really rewarding.
Partnership, it builds that long-lasting relationship where obviously now we can come into Leeds City College maybe next term to then carry out this work with another group of boys from a different year group, or maybe like where we do it at Roof Gauze, we can come in to next year and do it there again. So.
The best thing I loved about the project is how friendly Camille and Shakil was, and also all of the other staff. They were very kind, and that's what I loved about the session.
I loved going to the trip, seeing different places and doing different activities.
For me, it's more of there was a session that we had where like we were because usually we sitting around talking, answering questions, but this one was more like a movement. So we were asked questions and then everyone shares their opinion. So for me, like, that was really important because it showed that like our opinion also matters to them, regardless of them coming to see here like acting like a big boss or whatever. They care about our opinion. And yeah, obviously getting to know these amazing people as well. It's also a pleasure.